We've got a wild night of basketball in the next few days for that matter. And there is so much that we need to cover because there are lots of things that aren't being talked about that I would like to break down for you first on this channel. I'm your host, Joey Mercer. This is another episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast. And make sure, if you haven't already done so, to go down below, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and every single time we upload, you'll be able to stay up to date with our takes on the NBA. So, without further ado, let's get right into the topic at hand there today, being the Eastern Conference play-in picture. Now, last video we talked about the Western Conference, and that video, actually the second half of the file, got corrupted, so we're going to talk about the Eastern Conference here now. It would have been a very long video anyway, so some things happened for the right reason. It was a blessing in disguise for me, because I definitely think that would have been a long 20-minute video for you to sit down and have to watch. So it's nice that we're able to split this up for you so you can quickly get the information that you need. Now, first off, we talked about the Western Conference, of course, who I think is going to make it. Now, let's get to the Eastern Conference. The number 7, Orlando Magic versus the number 8, Hawks. This is what they had to say on the CNN Sports webpage right there, talking about the play-in. Orlando Magic fans will likely be left with an overwhelming feeling of what might have been for the 2024-25 season. It began with so much promise for this talented young core, which found itself at the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference after the opening couple of months of the season. However, then the injury bug hit. Orlando was without star Paolo Banchero for 34 games this season, while Franz Wagner also missed an extended period. Guard Jalen Suggs also played just 31 games before undergoing season-ending knee injury, as we saw him cheering along girlfriend Haley Van Lith as she was drafted last night at the WNBA draft, 11th overall. While the team and the fan base will no doubt be excited about next season already, this postseason could provide the young team in particular key men Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner with invaluable playoff experience, even if going on a run this season is a long shot. It was shaping up to be an exciting season for a young Atlanta team, but the season-ending shoulder injury to Jalen Johnson in January was a real hammer blow to the Hawks' chances this year. In addition to Johnson's promise, Dyson Daniels took a leap forward this season after being acquired from the New Orleans Pelicans in the trade that sent DeJounte Murray the other way in the offseason. Zachary Risacher, the number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, is also looking like a valuable piece already, while star guard Trae Young is as wonderful on offense as ever. It seems unlikely the Hawks will have enough this season to challenge the top seeds that they make the playoffs, but the future looks promising from this young core. So it seems as if they're taking the Hawks in this matchup. I disagree. I take the Magic. I think the Magic are a better team than the 7th seed, and also a potential noise maker. I wouldn't say contender just yet, but noise maker in the Eastern Conference. Jalen Suggs is a huge blow, but Jalen Johnson is just as big, if not bigger of a blow to the Atlanta Hawks. I also think that Franz Wagner and Paolo are better than Trae Young and whoever you want to name. I guess Risacher in this situation with little to no experience in a play-in or playoff spot, but very little NBA experience just this season. So I do have the Orlando Magic winning that one right there, and then facing the Boston Celtics in the first round. I think the Celtics will win, but I could see an upset from the Magic over the Celtics for sure in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs there. Now, then we have the number 9 Chicago Bulls versus the number 10 Heat. Listen, there's no secret. I'm a longtime Chicago Bulls fan. I'm sure some of you know that on this channel, but when it comes to them in the play-in, which they're in every single year, I don't really like their chances. We're going to get into that right away. The Bulls and Miami Heat are familiar faces now in the play-in. Appearing in the play-in tournament for the 3rd straight season, the Bulls look vastly different now than they did to start the campaign. Starman Zach LaVine and highly touted defender Alex Caruso were traded away, while Lonzo Ball returned to the court this season but still struggled with injuries. The Bulls lost in the play-in each of the last 2 seasons, and a win this time around is perhaps as far as they can expect to go this postseason. The Heat's already waning season crumbled after the team traded away Butler to Golden State. Miami also appeared in its 3rd straight play-in tournament and probably reached the NBA Finals after coming through the play-in 2023. Without playoff Jimmy to lead them this year, however, the Heat's chances of repeating that feat are next to 0. While Tyler Herro has taken a leap in his development this season, Bam Adebayo has been underwhelming, and that's absolutely accurate. Fourth quarter struggles have become a recurring theme for Miami too, with that historic finals run now a distant memory. I'm going to go with the Bulls. I usually am the Bulls' biggest fan and their biggest hater. I usually would choose the Miami Heat. But I really think with the way things have gone this season for the Miami Heat, I think Tyler Herro's going to take a few too many shots. He's going to want to go for the kill shot too much. I think where Bam's been a little bit more underwhelming and they have size in Nikola Vucevic out there, I really do think that the Bulls are going to have a great play-in. I think they're going to win the 9th, 10th. I think Josh Giddey's been riding the hot hand as well. Kevin Huerter's been great. And we also have Zach Collins putting in some quality minutes off the bench as Jalen Smith has not been able to do much for the team. He hasn't been exactly what I expected him to be or most fans have expected him to be. So I do have the Bulls winning this one though, however. Over the Miami Heat, I think Kel'el Ware's a very solid piece. But the issues with the Heat, the trades that they've made to get rid of Jimmy, I do have them out in this play-in game. I think the Heat are going to lose. And I think the Bulls are going to go on to play the Atlanta Hawks. And I ultimately think that the Hawks are going to win that matchup, although I think it will be very close. And then the Hawks will be playing the Cavs in the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. This is all I've got to say about this one here today, about the play-in structure. I hope you enjoyed the two parts of videos that were uploaded there on this. And make sure to let me know what you think about everything down below in the comments section. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.